He feels the seals weaken. He knows you are close. You must be ready. What's that? Who? No! No! They're here!
Who is it this time? Puddles the turtle? The holy cheese wheel of Andraste?
The Wardens! They listen to Corypheus. They want to bring him the light. Stop them. You must stop them.
Something's happening. The prison's breaking down. But it stood up to tunneling before. What can... You have the key. And you've come through the seals. But how? Champion? Are you the one? The same Hawk, child of Malcolm? The Carters said they were close. You must be him. I am Janica. I lead this unit of Grey Wardens.
Senior Warden, why are you interested in my father?
Then you don't know. Without Malcolm, this prison would have fallen 30 years ago.
Let me guess. It had something to do with this fancy thing?
The Grey Wardens built this prison to contain one of the most powerful Darkspawn we've ever encountered. But even the best magic fades. The Wardens need to reinforce the seals. This requires the blood of a mage untainted by Warden training. The last to perform the ritual was your father.
My father was a blood mage.
To avert the blights, forbidden magics are sometimes necessary.
For us, maybe. My father knew better.
He did not bind the demons, if that is your concern. That was done in another era, before the Chantry's laws.
Why do my family stories never involve embarrassing vacations in Antiva?
We need your help, Hawk. I have done extensive research on this Darkspawn, and I believe the original Wardens were wrong. He isn't a threat to humanity. He's our greatest opportunity. A Darkspawn who can talk, feel, reason.
Corypheus cares nothing for blights. He used you.
The Warden Commander?
Don't listen to this creature. He's half Darkspawn himself. I know how to harness Corypheus. Use his magic to end the blights.
No! The Wardens knew. Corypheus is too powerful.
Don't do it, Hawk. The Warden Commander made a deal with one of these. We still don't know the consequences.
Worth the risk. If he doesn't help, it's one more big darkspawn to stick a bolt in. No big deal.
There are rules to the Order, and with good reason. Father wouldn't want this.
Corypheus calls her, and she listens. She brought him the Carter, sent them for you.
Stroud wouldn't let me have your brother. I need you.
Why would this Darkspawn want to end the blights?
He's no mindless monster. This search for the old gods comes at a terrible cost to his people.
This sounds very familiar.
He tricked you. These are not your thoughts. They are his calling.
How many of them died in Ferelden alone? And that was the least of the blights.
How could you trust any deal this Darkspawn makes with you?
Do not think me foolish, Hawk. I am making no deal. I have a spell which can control Corypheus. Bind him to my will. He will be a new, important weapon in the war on the blights. No more, no less.
Are you talking about using blood magic?
Everything that was done to him was through the power of blood. The Wardens imprisoned Corypheus before the Chantry banned such magic. It is the only way to hold him.
You're not helping the case for releasing him.
Corypheus may be as great a threat as the next blight. We can't risk freeing him.
We'll find a way to do this with or without you, Hawk. This prison will be broken. The blight will end. Come.
With me! We will beat them to the seal! Do not touch anything. The old defenses are active again. Very unpredictable, very dangerous.
There! That's the one Janica wants dead.
You do Janica's bidding?
Janica shared knowledge of Corypheus with the Carta. When she releases the Master, we will be rewarded.
How many of you are there? I thought I dealt with you already.
We may die here, but we will take you with us.
No! Don't!
To arms, and pray that Corypheus honors our sacrifice!
Trapped. Carter fools always where they don't belong. This shouldn't have happened.
Don't touch anything is usually an invitation to touch everything, didn't you know?
Always a punishment for playing with things you don't understand. There is a way out. Deep down, a small memory, a fading thought. I've been here before. Yes. Think. There must be a way. I was here once before. A long time ago. The magic flows in streams. They must be joined for the way to open. Yes, that's it.
Did you really think those old wards would stop me? Look at you, barely able to string two thoughts together. You've only made it this far because of Hawk.
You can still turn away. Do not listen to his voice.
You're a fool, Larius, and you should have died here years ago. You're too late, Larius. Hand over Hawk, and I'll give you a quick death.
Hawk has made his choice. The right one.
The right choice or the only choice? Malcolm Hawk was not allowed to disagree.
It is the past. It doesn't matter.
Larius? What does Janica mean by not allowed?
How does she know this? Alec, did you tell her? Malcolm Hawk was reluctant. Had to be persuaded. I was Warden Commander. It was my duty. I delivered an ultimatum. Help us, or you'll never see her again.
You did what?
You were going to kill our mother.
No, never. He came with us. I never had to decide her fate. She was never told about what passed between Malcolm and me.
That doesn't excuse it.
You see, Hawk? How can you trust anything Larius says?
Larius's threats were reprehensible, but he's still right about Corypheus.
You can come willingly or not, Hawk. I just need your blood.
He stirs. Slay him now before he wakes, before his strength comes. The key. It's not strong enough. Use your blood. Free him and slay him.
Be this some dream I wake from? Am I in dwarven lands? Why seem their roads so empty? You! Serve you at the Temple of Dumat? Bring me hence. I must speak with the first acolyte.
Dumat was the first old god to become an archdemon. There haven't been temples to him since ancient Tevinter.
You look human. Are you not citizens of the Empire? Slaves, then, to the dwarves? Why come you here? Whoever you be, you owe fealty to any Magister of Tevinter. On your knees. All of you.
You're a darkspawn. Dark spawn, ravaging the deep road, spreading the blight. Does this ring a bell?
You are what held me. I smell the blood in you. Dumat, Lord, tell me, what waking dream is this? The light. We sought the golden light. You offered the power of the gods themselves. But it was black, corrupt, darkness, ever since. How long?
The Golden City. The first violation. The Magisters who brought the Blight.
That's ridiculous. There were no magical boogeymen who trespassed in the Maker's City. It's a story. It's Chantry propaganda.
Where do you think Darkspawn came from?
Some creation of the old gods, no doubt.
Dumat, have you forsaken me? I am your faithful servant.
The Darkspawn aren't just some conveniently explicit lesson on the dangers of magic.
Unless Corypheus is for real, everyone who knows what happened is long dead.
You don't think it's a little convenient? What does every sane man and woman in Thedas fear? The Blights. Why not pin those on mages too?
What manner of speech is this? How long have I slumbered?
He tainted the world. He speaks to all who carry the corruption. Darkspawn, wardens. He brought Janica here. Brought you.
If he's been calling the wardens to free him, what's his plan? He seems confused.
He slept. While the seals held, he could not wake. He knows nothing of time that passed. We must kill him now, before he comes to.
You really think he's one of the original Magisters? That he's been to the Black City?
The city! It was supposed to be golden! It was supposed to be ours! If I cannot leave with you, I will leave through you. I seek the light!
That amulet. No one's used that pattern since before the first Blight. It was unique to a small sect in Tevinter, who worshipped the god Dumat. Corypheus really was an ancient magister. I always thought the Black City was just a story.
Even if it's true, it doesn't justify punishing mages over 1,000 years later.
Do you think? What else might the Chantry know that we don't? I'll need to study this further.